International Monetary Fund meeting 2020. It's all virtual. It's going to be totally virtual with the changing dynamics on account of the COVID-19. IMF meeting this week. We have plenty of issues to discuss. What are the issues we have to discuss? First of all, the discussion of the global economy, first point. Second, discussions on the sustainable development, how the sustainability will play a role. Third one, gender equality. Fourth one, on the technology side. Fifth one, on the human resources side. Sixth one, cross-border payment. So these are some of the challenging issues. We have to look at it objectively because the market dynamics are going to be challenging. Now we call it as great lockdown. The great lockdown is dissecting the economic effects. We have to discuss, we have to deliberate the global economy, advanced economies, developing economies. What will be the contraction? Is there any territory which can do positive? Perhaps China. The great lockdown on the jobs. What will happen to employment? How much unemployment can crop? Because already we have a huge issue in terms of unemployment. Who is shut out? Which job, which sector, what impact is going to have job and employment? That is huge. The next point we have to discuss is the sustainable development, the climate change and COVID-19 recovery. That's a very important passage. How the climate change is going to play a big role. Climate risk, conflict and environmental degradation. We have to come together. We have to join up to better respond collectively as a shared response. Mitigating the climate change, that's another issue which we have to work on it. That is growth and distribution. How do we move friendly from a contentious locations? Now we have to come to terms as friends. The next issue which is more important is gender equality. Building a feminist recovery for all. Gender transformative policies are more urgent than ever. Diversification in terms of corporate boardrooms, corporate management, and giving a women empowerment is a must. We also have to analyze the gender data gap. We have to make sure we have to bridge the gender data gap. That is essential. When it comes to discussion on the technology is playing greater role, bigger acceleration in real order. Technology adoption and economic resilience during the COVID-19 pandemic. How do we make sure the COVID-19 pandemic is going to reinvigorate digital governance, mobile money, opportunities of mobile commerce, and also the challenges on account of various revolutionary products which are coming up, which are going to change the business model. So those are the things which we have to. When it comes to human capital, nurturing human capital, a COVID complex world, how the business is getting redefined. It means how much job opportunities are going to change, how the realignment in terms of business process outsourcing, knowledge process outsourcing will change. Protect and invest in people. That's the key. How are we going to make sure also reduce unemployment instead of increasing? How do we end poverty 2020? The surmounting setbacks is on the poverty alleviation, food security. So the last but not the least, we have to list out the cross-border, a vision for the future. What will be the agenda for the years to come, post-COVID. Private sector, step up. Public-private partnership role. Public sector role. Cross-border payment. How exactly the global roadmap for improvements. All these are going to be vital to see through. This kind of change is what we are going to discuss in the coming week in the International Monetary Fund meeting.